Zoe from Zealand Zen, and I'm here today to show you another in the series of the Core 4 lower body stretches that get into the key type places that we have in our bodies. So the first one that I did got into the hip flexors at the front of the hip right here, and today we're going to get into the gluteal muscles, the buttocks, which is right at the back side, so the exact opposite side. So always remembering as we do this to pay attention to yellow lights, which is not moving into a place where you might start to feel breath restriction, or your mind is saying, oh, I'm not so sure about this, or even clicks, clunks, or clanks in your body. That's another yellow light. Anything that tells you that maybe this might not be an appropriate place for you to be. So what I'm going to do to start this time that I didn't do in the first one that's really good to do in general is to just warm up the hips a little bit. So I'm sitting on a mat with my feet about mat width apart, so a nice big distance there, and just letting my knees drop from side to side. And it's okay if the opposite hip comes up and off the ground. So just rocking back and forth. We're bringing the legs into internal and external rotation here. And if you aren't comfortable with those terms, it doesn't matter. You just swing them back and forth. So just give them a little bit of a warm up. We're going to go into a few different options of stretching the glutes. First one we're going to look at is on the chair. So spend a little bit of time warming up there first. Find yourself on a chair. Take a bend in one leg to let that opposite ankle come across the other ankle, or the other knee of the other leg. Get nice and tall through the spine. So when we're doing this stretching, it's breath and movement that we're playing with here. This is not traditional static stretching. So nice and tall through the spine, big inhale, and hinging forward from the hip. And then when we come back up, we're rolling through the spine. And the thing is we're not just going to go in one place. We're going to slightly turn the body, discover another angle. We're going to hinge again and roll on up. So we discover lots of different locations, just moving through the fan of the gluteal muscles. Okay, so do both sides. I don't have time here to go through both, but make sure you do both. If you're really comfortable with that one and you want to try another variation, come down onto the ground again, and this could be almost right from your warm-up here. Let one knee come into the front, and the other knee come into the back. Okay? And we're going to do that exact same thing again, but our legs are in a slightly different position, and you might feel this a little differently. So make sure that this is appropriate for you if you're choosing to go here. So no yellow lights. So getting tall through the spine, take that inhale, and just moving forward. And the exhale, release, and roll up. Try a different angle. Same thing. There you go. So that's on the 4. And making sure that you swap sides again, okay? So it's going to, your legs are going to be different when you swap sides. Last option, and I might cut off my head here, so apologies if that happens. You can use a little bit higher piece of furniture. So I'm going to move this chair and move in a little bench. And so actually I'm looking for something maybe even a little sturdier than this that isn't going to move around as much. And you can just let that leg come up here. And the same motion again, so hinging from the hips and then rolling up through the spine. Okay, so this could be, you know, a big long bench or something, whatever works best for you. So there's 3 different options to get into the glutes. And make sure to do both sides, and look forward to the 3rd edition of the Core 4 for the lower body. Then we'll get into the Core 4 for the upper body. So good luck, namaste, and we'll see you next time.